Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. At this channel, we discuss dating advice for women who are 50 and older. Today, I'd like to discuss something that happened to me yesterday and give you some backstory leading from the past up to yesterday and my analysis of what happened. So I was going to move from New York to Maryland to live with a man that I had known maybe 4 months. He was introduced to me by my female cousin, and he is one of the best friends of her husband. And since I was in transition and I was going to move back to Georgia from New York, and we were in a relationship, I thought, because I had been traveling to see him after work on Fridays, like every weekend, every other weekend, I can't remember exactly. And he was paying for these trips. So when I told him I was moving from New York to back to Georgia, it was brought up. I don't know if I brought it up or I think I did, about moving to him, since we were talking about getting married. In my last visit there, we were ring shopping. And we were ring shopping. And so, long story short, it didn't happen. My spirit woke me up out of my sleep and told me, don't do it. I was sleeping, and then the spirit said, don't do it. And I shot up in bed. So I called it off. And it was and we had an amicable parting of ways. So this Christmas 2022, he attended the family gathering. No, it was Thanksgiving of 2022. He attended the family gathering. I was not able to make it. And he asked about me. To his friend, my cousin's husband, and my cousin. And so I said it was okay for her to give me his number. I said it was okay for her to give him my number, which she did. So we started talking. And he's been reminiscing about the past and how nice it was. And we did have a pretty good relationship. But a couple of things prevented me from marrying him. He's very obese. I asked him about his health, and I think he had diabetes and whatever else that comes with being really morbidly obese. He had toxemia too, toxemia as well. The big swollen feet. And this is before I got introduced to hypergamy. So because he was nice, I was trying to get past all of that. And I am not, like a health nut, a fitness nut or anything like that. But I do try to watch what I eat and keep an eye on my weight. And I've always been this way. And I always have eaten salads as my main meal because I'm just not really a great cook. And I have really no reason to cook. I find that women, you either enjoy cooking or you don't. And if you don't enjoy cooking and you do it's because you have children. Well, I don't have children, so I didn't focus that much on cooking. But I keep a mean house. clean. So anyway, so we've been talking since December. And so 2 days ago, I told him about I babysat some cousins who are 16 and 7. They're sisters. And I was just remarking or commenting on how the 7-year-old was just eating and eating and eating. She wanted, she had 2 big waffles. Well, they were, about, I think, this size. So she had 2 of those. And then an hour later, she wanted some Captain Crunch in a bowl so she could eat it dry. And then after that, she wanted some slices of banana. I was making a smoothie for myself, so she wanted some of the a couple of banana slices. And then she wanted this. And it was just like the whole weekend, she was just eating and eating and eating. And I thought I ate a lot. I was like, whoa. And she's 7, so she can't really get it herself. Some things I put where she could get them, but like, the waffles or the slice of pizza, I had to warm that up for her. She couldn't reach it and do it herself. So I was just commenting on that. And that was the end of it. We had a good little laugh about it. He talked about his grandson being 6 and that's all he does is just eat. So it's a normal stage. I didn't know that at that age, they just eat everything. And so we laughed about it. And then I think I asked him how old he is. He's 69 and I'm 62, about to be 62. And so, he asked me my age. And then, and so this man is about 6 feet tall. At the time, then he mentioned that my cousin's husband told him that I lost weight. Now, I saw my cousin, her husband, last June, and I had lost a considerable amount of weight. I told you I've lost 25 pounds, and that's the reason I lost it, because I was sick. So I managed to keep it off. Now it's kind of creeping up because I've traveled and just eating whatever I want. So now it's kind of creeping back up. So I'm going to get that under control. So he mentioned that. And so he said he lost 56 pounds. Now this man is 300 pounds, I think. And 56 pounds is not really that big of a deal, I think, if you're like 300, 350. But I didn't say anything because, we all are doing the best that we can. So I said, oh, okay. And then he said he was in the hospital for, complications for sepsis. So I had to look that up. So anyway, I'm giving you that whole backstory because yesterday he sent me a text that said, wish you were young enough to have kids. Now, I had a reaction to that. I was like, what the heck? Wish you were young enough to have kids? I told you about my experience with the 7-year-old. I didn't say I wanted kids. I didn't say I miss having children. So, in my opinion, the comment is out of the blue. And it's it's one of those frenemy comments. I didn't tell you I wanted children. And then I told you my age. I'm younger than you. Are you having feelings about that? So I'm going to stick to the facts. So I wanted to say something along the lines of, this is a text message he sent me. Wish you were young enough to have kids. That's what he said. I wish you were young enough to have kids. And so I thought, well, I know he's on Social Security and he doesn't work. So I could say, wish your Social Security check was large enough to support them. But I was like, no, that's not, that I don't want to do that. And so I thought about what would Shira71 say? And those of you who watch her channel, she is the comeback queen. You can say anything to her and she will have you laughing at her response. She doesn't take any comment seriously. It's all jokes and fun to her. So I said, I'm going to do a Shira71. Now, if you know Shira, she has a sugar baby channel, a sugar baby channel, how to get sugar daddies. And so she's all about money. She's like, who cares what he looked like? Does he give you money? Does he give you gifts? And so that's her bottom line. How much money does the man have? So I said, okay, so how would Shira respond to this? So this is what I said to him. Before I tell you that, normally I would just delete the comment, have my feelings, get over them, process my feelings and move on. Just delete the comment and don't respond. But I decided that I was going to do a Shira71 on him. And I said the following in a text message. Wish you had enough money to buy your own house. Send. And the reason why I said that is because he's living in a relative's home, probably for nothing or dirt cheap, and fixing it up, doing this, because when we talk, he's doing this on the house, he's doing on that. He said he's trying to determine if he wants to buy it, blah, 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 blah. So I said, do you have an agreement that states that you basically are going to live there? And he said, no. red flag. I didn't say anything to him because I'm not about to tell a grown man how to live his life, but I would not be living in someone's home and fixing it up without a contract that says how long I'm going to be there, and basically to say that I'm a tenant, because that's what he is. But I didn't say anything. And doing that, they can just say, you know, you have 30 days to get out, regardless of the amount of money that he's put in or work he's done on the house. They may like it, they may not. But, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I think people do, and especially men, since this is a women's channel, when they are not thinking straight, when you don't really have any, you know, you're just trying to, like, how does they say it? Like, slep around, S-L-E-P, slep, like not be really responsible, like get your own apartment and have something in writing to protect yourself. That's the kind of stuff that men do when they're trying to get over. My personal opinion. That's the kind of stuff men do when they're trying to get over. Or anybody, you know, or they just, and this man has a steady income. I don't know what his Social Security is, but he has a steady income. So he can apply for an apartment or have the common sense or the good sense to get written agreement with whomever the relative is and what the terms are, and sign it and be done with it. So I didn't say anything. So that's why I said to him, wish you had enough money to buy your own home. Now, I got 2 separate text messages from him. That's how I know I got him good. He said, I'm trying to decide if I want to buy this house. Send, that's what he sent to me. And then he said, I have enough money to buy a house. Send, that's what he sent to me. So I knew that I had did a really good Shira 7-1 response. I was very proud of myself, because the old Denise would have just deleted it and not responded and had my feelings about it. And then we would have talked, and then in my mind, it would have came up. So unprocessed, right? And so I was proud of myself because I felt like he did a frenemy text. Frenemy is somebody who's your friend and your enemy mixed together. Like they like you, but they might want to, you know, take digs at you. And so I didn't appreciate it. And rather than, you know, confront him directly about it and he could deny or whatever his reasons are about it, I just came back with a nice Shira 1 response. So yeah, let me know what you think of my response to my friend's frenemy comment. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.